place, Louise saw no reason to refuse. Their home
Five
was truly
seconds till
luxurious.
the enemy
David
reaches the
constantly calls his
battlefield.
wife on the home
Smash
phone to
them.
make sure she's already home. Louise
All
wanted to
troops
have
to
their
the
phone.
front.
Overnight, they discussed matters. Adele believed that she was a legal criminal, so she gave her Rob's diary, which was supposed to help her get rid of her husband. According to Adele, not everyone remembers their dreams. But if it happens, the subconscious is trying to tell us something. Louise shared that after her mother's demise,
Any
she was
place
lost
is within
and even
reach
went
for
through
me.
a one-night separation. She hoped that if she heard from someone that the mother was no longer there, she would bring her relief. At home, Adam packed his things, looking forward to summer in Florida. Feeling reassured for the son, Louise hugged Adam, saying how much they miss him. They've never
Don't
been apart
like
for
me,
so long.
just a little birdie
How
passing
easily
by.
Louise thought about her son. He's all she has. Later, after pouring a glass of wine, Louise began to read the back of the Of course, Louise doesn't know who Robert Johnson is. Her daughter is giving advice on how to manage one's dreams. Rob also suffered from nightmares, and therapy didn't help him. But for Adele's sake, Rob was willing to try. This
Some
girl
birds are
was
never
unlike
meant to
any
be
other.
caged.
Louise was interrupted by a knock on the door. She was not expecting to see David on the doorstep. She decided to step up and take a quick look. Of course, Louise wasn't answering. She was coming to check on herself. David was understanding. Louise offered him to come just for a little while. David confessed that he was here because he felt bad about his business earlier in the day. When David told Louise that he constantly thinks about her, she asked him to leave. However, by the front door, passion got the better of him. When it was all over, Louise felt guilty. She promised that it wouldn't affect work, and David thanked her. He came home late. Adele pretended to be asleep. David couldn't know what she was really thinking. Louise went to work
Planning
not
on a
knowing how to
surprise
act.
attack.
In the morning, without saying goodbye to his wife, David also went to work. Louise was already waiting for him in the office. As he did, all business immediately arose. Obviously pretending that nothing had happened was difficult for him. She noticed that Louise was home. She only said that she hadn't fully recovered yet. Adele called her husband and asked why he returned home so late yesterday when he had been. David didn't answer the question. Adele had to listen. At work, David was nervous. While his wife remembered the past herself. To distract herself, Adele texted Louise and suggested having lunch together tomorrow. Louise has no idea how to behave with David's wife now. Adele remembers when Rob told her about his troubled family. Rob's childhood was far from happy. Unable to resist, David came back to
I will
Louise and
fight
asked for
alongside
permission
you,
to
brother.
He confessed to Louise that he constantly thinks about her and feels lonely in his marriage. Louise knows the pain of infidelity because some time ago her ex-husband had an affair with her colleague. J.C. told he had several affairs before his relationship with Lizzie. After the divorce, Louise
You
was
tag-alongs
broken but
can't
managed
even
to find
touch
a
my
place to live
chest.
on. She doesn't want anyone to experience the same pain. But she has to take care of her. She was no stress for her. Nevertheless, she prepared dinner for her husband. Returning from work, David told her that he wasn't
Brother and I will
David
shoulder the
remembers
family
his wife
glory.
because he feels she's not trying hard enough, and it all starts over again. David has no desire to meet again. To distract herself, Adele went for a run, and then texted Louise again because he feels she thinks there's no strength for anything. Nevertheless, she prepared to find the strength to move on. She doesn't want anyone to experience the same pain, so she asks David to leave. Adele feels like she has no strength for anything. Nevertheless, she prepared dinner for her husband.
Don't dress in a
Returning
gown
from work,
for the close
David
combat.
coldly said he wasn't hungry. David is angry with his wife because he feels she's not trying hard enough, and it all starts over again. David has no desire to meet again. She continues to ignore her messages, not knowing what to reply. When David was talking on the phone with his wife, Louise eavesdropped on the conversation from another phone. It's obvious that he wants to control every move of Adele, and he doesn't want them to confuse her if she's mistaken. Louise found herself in a difficult position, but still decided to meet Adele. They talked about the problems in their marriage. Lately, she and David have been growing apart. Louise is the only one Adele can talk to ready to listen to answers, but not in the absence of upset. Louise saw and heard Anthony shouting to no one other than Anthony. Later, David asked Louise to schedule Anthony for an
Step,
appointment with him
circle,
tomorrow
swing.
afternoon. The guy was going through a tough period. When the patient left and there was
My body feels heavy. Killing spree. Shut down. Enemy double kill. My brother and I will shoulder the family glory. Our turret is double kill.
no one else in the office, David suggested to Louise to have a drink. She readily agreed. Both feel an unbearable
I'm
mutual
planning
attraction,
on a
but they
surprise
can't be
attack.
together. David said he's not a bad person, just unhappy. Louise supported him, and passionate relationship began. Louise told her everything she was. On the one hand, Louise wanted to be with David, but on the other hand, she valued his love. The point is, both David and Belle are happy with the relationship with each other. Sophie advised her friend to end his relationship as soon as possible because sooner or later it will end badly for her. But despite Sophie's advice, Louise continues dating David and being friends with Adele. For the first time in her life, she wants to think about herself, not the feelings of others. Once, when Louise asked David about his friend, he told her that many years ago he saved some girl from fire. Louise knew for sure it was Adele. That night,
I'll show you how to dance in midair. Slain an enemy.
Louise dreamed she was in a smoke-filled corridor. Her son, Adele, and David were calling for help, but she was powerless to do anything. Louise woke up screaming and in tears. It seems she was sleepwalking again. That same morning, Adele received mail. It made her delve into the past again. Rob always tried to cheer her up, finding out that Adele is going to marry David. The guy was upset. However, Adele is confident in David. She wears his watch because it makes her look cool. In the film, David can't leave his wife. She deliberately ignored his calls and wandered into a disadvantaged neighborhood, where she encountered a mob of bullies. Of course, Adele didn't tell her husband the truth, lying that she got a bruise when opening a cupboard. Supposedly dizziness is a side effect of the new pills. Obviously, David didn't believe her story. Because of the missed call, he went home in the middle of the workday but now must return. Following the advice from the diary, Louise is still trying to cope with the nightmares. This time in her dream, she also saw a door. Stepping inside, Louise found herself in her ideal world, at her mom's house where there's no place for anxieties and fears. Louise has always dreamed of a quiet family life. For the first time in a long time, she felt calm and didn't wake up in fear. David returned home late. Adele was not asleep, sipping wine. When Adele told her husband she was worried and drank too much, David laughed. He was really tired of taking care of his wife and couldn't take it anymore. Adele reminded her husband of their shared secret. He could never leave her. Louise found herself again in her beautiful dream, where it was just her, Adam and David. In her fantasies, they were one happy family. Dream, where it was just her, Adam and David. In her fantasies, they were one happy family. Lately, Louise has been waking up with a smile on her face, something that never happened before, and during the day she felt much better. David continues to insist that his wife take medication. Alone, Adele cried remembering how Bob told her that the days here, in the psychiatric hospital, were the happiest in his life. In ordinary life, a girl like Adele would never have talked to someone like him. In the present, Adele did not expect to see Anthony at her doorstep.
Just let go.
Originally wanted to see Dr. Ferguson.
I will not
Anthony was
succumb
clearly
to
confused
nightmares.
when he saw a bruise on Adele. The guy thought David did it, but Adele assured that she didn't need any help. Louise was also, to say the least, surprised. Adele suggested skipping the gym today and going for a run in the park. Later, Louise shared with Adele that for the first time in a long time, she forgot about her nightmares. It turns out that controlling her is not so difficult. Adele is very happy to make friends. Louise is grateful to Adele, who changed her life. At work, she told Louise that Anthony Hawkins' parents had come, clearly worried about something. The head doctor, Mr. Sharma, listened to them. The patient's parents learned from their son that he saw his treating doctor's wife with a bruise on her face and believed that the clinic management should know about it. It is Dr. Sharma's professional duty to investigate. However, David objected, saying that it was his private life. Dr. Sharma decided to call Adele to make sure of everything. Louise eavesdropped on the conversation from another phone. Adele assured that nothing bad happened. She just accidentally hurt herself in the kitchen, and Anthony misunderstood. At home, David asked his wife why she didn't tell him about Anthony Hawkins' visit. Adele replied that she just didn't want to cause problems for the patient. David didn't want to stay and went to Louise, immediately opening a bottle of wine. Louise's home was the only place where he could be himself. Louise directly asked David if he had harmed his wife. Everyone in the office is just gossiping about him. David assured that he's not capable of such a thing. Louise doesn't believe David, and he in turn doesn't believe his wife.
Just let go!
Who claimed she hit herself in the kitchen. Louise asked David to go home to Adele and sort out his life. Obviously, their affair is ruining his marriage. At night, Louise again saw her beautiful dream. Seeing David, she said he didn't belong here. Suddenly, Louise noticed another door, but before entering it, she woke up.
You don't need to reach the pinnacle to bloom.
Killing spree! 私にカモをだから
Louise continued reading Rob's diary, where he wrote about how much he loved Adele, so he didn't want to check out of the clinic. He didn't believe that David had accidentally been near her parents' house the night of the fire. Could it be that he had deliberately set the fire? Adele is sinking deeper into herself. She would like to be in the forest again and enter her door, disappearing forever. In the office, David asked Louise not to leave him because she's the only good thing in his life. With each passing day, he falls more in love with her. Adele finds it increasingly difficult to control her emotions.
今夜は月が綺麗ね。私に加護を制圧する
Louise is not ready to be with David until he sorts out his own life. Intensive workouts at the gym help Adele distract herself. After another training session, she approached the administrator and asked to arrange a premium membership for her friend. On the street, she met Anthony, who can no longer attend therapy with Dr. Ferguson after the incident. Anthony also handed Adele a package with banned substances. She's tired of fighting her addiction. David is unable to help either Anthony or her. About 10 years ago, after being discharged from the hospital, Rob visited Adele. She showed the friend her luxury.
私に刻んだな
Luxurious house, inherited from her parents. Rob had never seen such luxury before. Part of the house was burnt after the fire. That night, Adele's parents didn't even wake up. Everything happened very quickly. Despite treatment, Rob continues to abuse substances, and Adele joins him. Rob wonders what it's like to be as rich and beautiful as Adele. He would give up a lot for such a life. In the present, the phone rang in the Ferguson's house. David answered. It was the gym administrator, who wanted to confirm Louise Bartley's membership.
今夜は月が綺麗ね。私に加護を制圧する。刻んだな。私に加護を。Shut down. Double kill. Ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. 制圧する。私に加護を
Ferguson's request. Upon hearing this, David felt like the ground had been pulled from under him and demanded that his wife give him her mobile phone. That's how David found out that Adele had been friends with Louise for a long time. Not knowing how to react, he left. Adele smiled, continuing to prepare dinner. Louise was having dinner when she heard a knock on the door. David was furious, not understanding why Louise had not initially told him about her friendship with Adele. Louise said it happened accidentally. Adele is very lonely, so Louise just felt sorry for her. Now Louise hates herself for how she treated Adele, who did nothing wrong. Also, Louise knows that Adele is afraid of her husband, who handles all her money. David couldn't believe Louise thought so poorly of him and fired her. For Louise, it was an absolute shock. But David
Not succumb to nightmares.
Initiate retreat. Okay.
私に角を。
Initiate retreat. Initiate retreat.
was adamant. When he left, she burst into tears. The next morning, she went to the clinic and submitted a resignation statement to Dr. Sharma, supposedly due to family circumstances. Dr. Sharma didn't want to lose such a valuable employee and said she could return in a month if her problems were resolved. Unable to bear it, Louise cried and left. Sue helped her pack things. When asked what happened, Louise remained silent. She wanted to talk to Adele, but there was no response to the doorbell. Looking through the window, Louise saw Adele sitting motionless on a chair. Louise had to break the glass door to unlock it and enter. Adele was unconscious but alive. Louise tried to wake her friend up, and at one point she opened her eyes and asked Louise in bewilderment what she was doing here. Adele was not thinking clearly and could hardly walk on her own. Louise made coffee and talked about her dismissal. She was tired of lies and wanted to confess to Adele about her affair with David. But Adele lost consciousness again for a few seconds. Learning how many sedatives David gives his wife horrified Louise. Adele said she doesn't always take the medication, but sometimes David stands over her, leaving her no choice. It wasn't always like that. The situation escalated a few months ago when Adele found out about the husband's affair. After that, they moved, hoping to start a new life in this house. Louise asked a friend why she didn't divorce him. Adele replied that he controls all her money and is pragmatic. He could easily make her look crazy, taking everything for himself. At that moment, Adele remembered walking with Rob in the
I will not succumb tonight.
Under attack.
Defend the turret!
You have slain an enemy. Our base is under attack.
私に角を。I always remember my enemies. There's much I've learned from them. 制圧する。はっ。私に角を。頑張る。
Enemy double kill.
forest near her parents' house. In childhood, she was always afraid of a deep well where you couldn't see the bottom. Adele always thought monsters lived inside. Rob wanted to help Adele overcome her fears. She replied that his presence already helps her. After that, they left holding hands. In the evening, David came home. He fired Louise, supposedly because he didn't like the fact that she was friends with the boss's wife. It seemed unprofessional. Adele lied that she never knew who Louise was.